Welcome back to my channel. Just a couple things. I'm getting over a cold, so if I sound a little bit different, it is that. But this video could not wait, mainly because I have to send the lens back. So today's video is not sponsored. I don't own the lens. Hopefully one day I will. But Nikon did send me the Nikon Z400mm F2.8 S for me to try for 2 weeks. And this is the bad boys. This is my Z9 that is attached. And this is the monstrous Nikon Z400mm F2.8 S. It weighs a whopping 6 pounds. It has a built-in teleconverter. So it's a 1.4 and it's easy to switch between the two. There's just this toggle over here. So you would slide this over and then you can flip between the two if you want to use the teleconverter, or if you don't. The lens hood is completely leather. It says Nikon on the top, and this is the beauty of the glass. It is amazing. I've been using it, like I said, for almost 2 weeks. And it's almost time for me to send it back, and I'm so sad. But this thing has been a godsend. I've taken it to photograph the short-eared owls. I had plans to take it for more, I guess, fun things, but that never happened. So I will hopefully get to use it again, or I'll just maybe buy my own. The thing you need to know about the Nikon Z400mm F2.8 S is it uses the new VCM. So that means it doesn't use gears inside of the lens to change the focus. It uses magnets, so it's actually faster, delivers higher initial speed, a better accuracy. The VCM in this lens delivers higher initial speed, higher accuracy, and the smoothest, most silent operation of any Nikon autofocus drive system on the market. So super cool. It is quick. I've never experienced focus breathing. If you don't know what focus breathing is, it's when you zoom in and it's kind of like hesitating like this, but you're far enough from your subject, it shouldn't be doing it. I've not experienced it with this lens, so that is amazing. A very neat thing about the Nikon Z400mm is the absolute accuracy. So they use a sensor that you would more commonly see in like high precision robotics. They use that in this lens. So it communicates a lot faster and quicker, and it's just amazing. The second amazing thing about this lens is the anti-reflection performance and backlight tolerance. It has the best one in Nikon history. A common question I had got from people is, can you handhold this and photograph? The answer is yes. Can you handhold all day long, photograph all day long? The answer is no, or at least in my case, it is no. I typically have my tripod or my monopod with me when I am using this lens, because the lens itself weighs 6 pounds, and then you have my Z9 on top of it, and then you have moving around. It just gets really heavy, really quick, and it's just not for me. I'm not built strong. So now the other thing is, they say you can use this for video. I have not had the chance to use it for a video. I don't know if I will. By time I have to send this back, I don't know. We'll see. So I can't comment on the video quality, but I've heard it's pretty amazing. I'm sure there's other YouTube channels out there that have gone into depth of the video quality of the 400. So I recommend checking that out. But for me today, I've not tested that, so I cannot speak on that. The other thing the Nikon Z400mm has is the advanced weather sealing. So it has rubber gaskets to keep dust, moisture, and dirt out of all the important key moving parts. That's super important because you don't want that to happen. At the time of this video, this monster retails for $18,100 and I think $40. So about let's round to $18,200 because there's some cents in there. So we'll just say $18,200. Is it worth it? Yes. Can everybody afford it? No. Could somebody afford it in the future and should get it? Yes. That's just me. You do you. But I have plans, I have dreams, I have goals that one day this bad boy will be in my collection. It is amazing and I cannot brag about it anymore than what I've already have. If you are wanting to know more about the Nikon Z400mm F2.8 S, I will put a link in the description to the Nikon site and you guys can go check it out. So next, let's jump into some pictures that I had taken with this. And I don't pixel peep, but you have to see this amazing lens. Oh my goodness, I don't pixel peep, but you have to check this out for yourself. So let's head over. I also forgot to mention, it comes in its own backpack. This is carry-on approved, so if you are a wildlife photographer and you are traveling, you can take this on the plane. I would. So that's its carrying bag. It's nice. You have some pockets over here. You have your little ID pouch, another pocket on this side, and then this zips open to the inside. The bottom has a hard plastic, I guess. Yeah, hard plastic to make sure that when you put your lens glass down, that it is protected. While I'm just taking a peek through these quickly, look, I got a new desk. And I got a Cricut. My husband bought me a Cricut for my birthday. And then I got a heat press and then a mug press because I have plans. So if y'all see me selling merch, like mugs or like a shirt or a sweater, I'd greatly appreciate the support. If you guys would like to buy one or maybe like help, or not help, but like, you know, like support me something. You know what I mean? Okay. I've taken a few photos in all sorts of weather, to be honest with you. From cloudy to bright sunny to almost dark the other night when I came across the short-eared owls. And this lens, beautiful. No problems, no troubles whatsoever. It was great. The F2.8 is amazing. This is so cool because I'm looking at one of my geese photos and you can see the snow falling in the background. So the other thing with the 1.4 teleconverter that's in this, that you can toggle between the two, like I had showed you. So when you toggle it to the 1.4, you are now shooting at f4 and your max focal length is 560. So keep in mind, this is a fixed prime lens. So you cannot zoom. You need to zoom with your feet if you need to do something. So here is one of our hens. It's not denoised or anything, so this is it. This was shot at ISO 1600 560 millimeters because I had it in the 1.4, shot at f4, and then 1/3200 for shutter speed. So we are just going to zoom in. So we're at 100% here. Right, really nice details in the feathers here. So now we're going to bump it to 200 because why not? And even then it's like incredibly detailed still. And then let's just bump this to 300 just to see a little bit more. Like, still incredible. Am I ever going to crop something to 300%? No. We're going to go ahead and denoise this just to see how much difference it makes. Let's jump back to 300. Here is a picture of one of our farm kitties. So again, ISO 1400, 560 millimeters, shot at f4 and 1/3200 for shutter speed. So if I was me, I would crop this down a bit. But still a amazing photo, and the separation is perfect. It froze her beautifully. This is at 300. Again, I would not do that, but this is 100. So pictured here is a starling. Now, if you've never heard of a starling or the sounds that they can make, I highly recommend heading over to Google or like YouTube and find the sounds that they make because it's amazing. So here's the original. It was against me because it was getting dark and everything. So I did brighten it up. But I handheld this way up in the tree and it still actually turned out really, really well. So this was ISO 90, 560 millimeters f4 and 1/2000. We're just going to denoise this to see what happens. Slightly sharper here. I'm not going to zoom into 300 because I think that's ridiculous. This is at 200%. So overall, like, still very much impressive. This is back to 100%. And then this is the zoomed out. So here is one of my favorites. We have domestic ducks. This is one of my females. So this is not zoomed in. And sorry, camera settings were ISO 640, 400 millimeters f2.8, 1/2000th of a second. This was shot on a monopod. So you can see just the sharpness of everything. So we're really gonna pixel peep on this one. And let's jump to 300. Why not? Like, that is incredible. Just to jump to 300% and not lose very much is amazing.